The trio of consultants the team at Sage worked with were Maggie Potapchuk, Inka Mohammed, and Geeta Gulay-Party. And an amazing group of people, each of which brings different, experiences and skill sets and perspectives to the work. And Geeta was a part of the team only in the first year, and then Maggie and Inka continued on with us through the end of that particular phase of the work. What we understood at the time was that it was one thing to craft a statement of principles, but it was a whole different thing to live it, and that living it was going to require a number of things. And one was building a shared understanding across the entire organization of what racial equity means, why it's important to focus on it, historical understanding of the structures of oppression and inequity that we needed to recognize that we were confronting. So we had to build that shared understanding that importantly we were going to have to undergo a major culture shift and culture change in the organization to orient ourselves toward prioritizing that focus and that work, and in some ways shift the culture of the organization in the sense that we had an organizational culture that was very collegial, very warm, very mutually supportive, but as a result of that, in some ways, sometimes people didn't talk with each other about difficult things. And so a lot of culture shift was needed. And then we also had to develop a roadmap, a work plan for how we were going to move forward. And that required some really practical thinking about the steps along the way, how we were going to engage in self-assessment and auditing, which was another important piece. And that really is part of what led us to Maggie and Inka, and at the beginning to Geeta, because they were able to talk with us and help us see what that road could look like and how they could work with us and be great partners in that.